Welcome to DogStar.
Each week we sit down with a star of hip-hop and R&B, and this week we have the pleasure of sitting down with Soul.
How you doing?
Good. How are you guys? Thanks for having me.
We're doing very well. Thank you for coming through. We know you're busy, on stage, out of the booth, and on stage and off stage, in the booth, out of the booth. So we appreciate
Always.
you joining us and joining fans today.
Yes.
But let's jump into
Dive on in.
the story. Yeah, we want to know how you became such an amazing performer. Were you born in Minnesota? Let's start it at birth, I guess.
Nope. I'm from Chicago, so suburbs of Chicago. I moved to Minnesota when I was, I want to say 13, 14. I was a freshman in high school when I started, and I've been here ever since. So now it's coming up on I've been here half my life-ish. But,
Nice.
And are we talking like Evanston or?
think Addison.
Okay.
Think Carroll Stream. We spent some time. We moved a lot. Also, we spent some time in Schaumburg. I did middle school in Urbana-Champaign, where my dad was going to UIUC, so I did that there. So we went from Urbana to here. So we moved around a lot. But
What was being played on the radio or even on Sunday mornings growing up? Who was controlling the dial is what I should ask. Okay,
my mom, my stepdad was present at that point, but was at school and stuff. So it was really just most of the time where my siblings and I were with my mom. Growing up, it was a shift because maybe when I was second grade or so, we switched into no secular music in the house at all.
Whoa.
But before that, we was very much Alicia Keys, a little bit of Beyonce. We had a little bit of my mom loved, we played the radio. I can remember us being in the parking lot waiting for my dad to get out of school and have coloring books in the car and hearing Black Eyed Peas songs on the radio and stuff like that. Mary J. Blige, that type of vibe. But then most of my childhood musical development was strictly gospel. Fred Hammond, Mary, Donnie McClurkin, Yolanda Adams, the OGs. That's those are the ones that we had those gospel hits, 100 hits. They have 35,000 editions. We had about a quarter of those.
Box sets, right.
Yeah, and had a little DVD player that would have the headphones in it, and I washing the dishes, I was sticking in my back pocket and played on repeat. That's what we listened to.
Wow.
So I didn't start getting into more more R&B flavor, and actually, honestly, when I was an adult. I was into pop was this a thing, and I'm a huge K-pop fan. I love BTS. I've been a BTS army since 2017, 2018.
Whoa, okay.
And I credit them for the reason why I do music today, to be very honest. But it was really, and I could get away with K-pop because it wasn't in English, and so my mom didn't know what they were saying. So that's how I was my scapegoat. Japanese music, I loved anime and stuff like that, so I was really into that vein. But yeah, growing up from very early elementary school till high school, it was only gospel music if I was not sneaking listening to it outside of that.
Yeah,
so.
Did you miss music that wasn't religious music because you had heard it originally, or was there enough variety where you're we're good?
That's a great question. I love gospel music. I love gospel music. I don't listen to it as much as I used to. I feel like now that I have, complete access to listen to whatever I want. But growing up, I didn't really know to look or to want or to be excited about anything else. Gospel music to me is the best form of music, best genre on earth.
Now, were you singing in church at all?
Of course.
Okay,
Of course.
just gotta clarify.
Me and my friend Ryan, we was the only two little kids in the mass choir. Everybody was the adults. We were the only two kids who were able to sing in that. So we did that. If you look on my friend's YouTube page, you can find a video of me singing on stage with him, doing a duet of Yolanda Adams and Donnie McClurkin, The Prayer. When I was 11, he was 13.
When you were 11? Please drop that link in the comments if you have that.
I will drop it for y'all. So I got a little bit of I guess that's where the training maybe came in from just being in choir. But after I left that church, when I went to middle middle school? Are you in middle school when you're 11? I don't remember what grade I moved. Oh,
Sounds about right.
I moved so many times, but when I moved over onto middle school, I was no longer singing in church, and I have not sang in church since then.
Oh, did
I
you
have
pick
not,
up in school, or was it?
I did 2 musicals.
Wow.
Which ones?
I did. Oh my gosh, I did Sister Act. Did we do Sister Act 2? I think Champlain did Sister Act 2, and then I did ensemble for that one, and the other one is being sucked into the vortex. A lot of high school was completely blacked out of my memory. It was very traumatic.
Repressed.
I don't want to bring you back.
Was it something like that? It was
Shrek the
something
musical,
crazy.
yeah.
I think we did do a version of Shrek. I see people, they're going to find it in the comments and tell me if I was right or wrong or not.
But still being able to flex that muscle, utilize that skill who was the choir director at church? A kind person or a drill sergeant?
That is Mr. Cartwright and Pastor Brannon from Wheaton Christian Center. Both of them, Mr. Cartwright has passed. He passed in, I want to say 2021. But me and my friend Ryan actually kind of like recently reconnected, and we're chatting it up. And I was talking about how much I like didn't remember a lot of the conversations, like what he taught me. But when I think back on that time, I can like remember being in like one of the back classrooms with him, me and Ryan and Mr. Cartwright and Pastor Brandon, and like us, like hearing them just talking and like guiding us through the song and telling us how to, this is how you feel. And this is and I really, really, really wish I could I retained more of what he actually said. But the fact that he would give an 11-year-old to 13-year-old Yolanda Adams and Donnie McClurkin to sing was, that's the kind of teacher that he was. He was like, they can handle it. Let's give it to him. Let's put him on stage. And 100% like believed in us. And I remember like just rehearsing on my own and like being excited to show off to family members. Like, this is what I'm working on, like singing it for them. And so like very much empowering. And I remember there was a lot of like kind of politic-y things at that church where I personally, this is Wheaton Christian Center T, okay? I don't know if anybody y'all are watching, but this is T. Like, I don't think that the pastor's kids at the time were around my age.
Okay.
And so I don't think that they maybe didn't like the fact that like me and Ryan, like other kids were kind of getting a lot of attention from the adults and stuff like that, on that level. So I got picked on a lot. And I didn't really fit in. I was always hanging out with the adults. And so I just remember being Mr. Cartwright, like just being like, don't worry about them. Like, just sing. Like, you're here to sing, just sing, And so there was just very early inspiration. And it's actually kind of sad how much I wish I could remember more. Like, I just don't remember that much from that time. But I remember his presence and his energy and his smile.
His memory lives on. That's amazing. And that, just having someone so influential and passionate that young, a lot of artists don't have. That's amazing.
Was there any other stepping stones on your way to becoming a singer-songwriter yourself? Was there like an English class or something?
I'm ready. Now, high school, I remember a little bit better. Right. This person a little bit better, but I remember stepping foot at, I remember being in, so we came over from Minnesota. My mom was pregnant with my youngest sister, driving the U-Haul by herself. Whoa. Just me and, we like DIY'd that move across state lines. It was a lot. I think our truck fell off the back of the U-Haul at one point and had to get, it was a crazy, chaotic thing. And then we were up in this little tiny, like 1-bedroom apartment in Mound. Was where we, like when we first touched down in Minnesota, that's where we went. And I remember her telling me the name of the school I was going to go to was Champlain Park. I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds like such a, high school, like, yeah. And I went there and I just, it was really bad. And I'm blanking just a little bit. this is very, very sad that I'm blanking on his name like this. Oh, I got it now. Mr. Cobb was like, I forgot his role, but his office was in the library. And I remember I was maybe my second week or something like that, walking around through the halls and was walking past the auditorium, and I seen him and other like students outside advertising this thing called Flowetry. And Flowetry was like a student-led showcase that got put on every year. And I remember like he was talking to me about it and telling me what it was about. And I remember calling my mom like immediately, like, can I stay after school today? Like, I found this thing. I really want to do it. I want to be a part of it. And I did Flowetry every year after that. Flowetry was a showcase. I mean, it was just singers, right? You know, spoken word artists, dancers, instrumentalists, you know, and we... it was like a kind of a hierarchy thing, obviously, where like the seniors were like in charge of things and everybody else was kind of underneath them. But I was a part of that program the entire time and ran it myself as a senior.
Nice.
And so I remember the stress, that would go into putting on a show like that. I mean, we maybe would have like 20 something act. Like it was big. It was not a small production. It was a big thing to put on. And that was just, and I did it like before that. I think I had done like a little bit of like, I did some singing camp when I was in middle school. So I was doing singing things outside of church, but this was like my first time getting on stage and performing pieces. I think the first song that I sang, was it Sia? Oh no, it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember. I can't remember.
No worries.
But I know, so there
you.
was Flowetry and then they had multicultural student showcase also. Flowetry was in the fall and then the other one was in the spring. So I remember and the name of the song I sang the first one was on the tip of my tongue, but I looked at my phone, I could find it. But the second one was the multicultural, and I never ran multicultural, but I always was a part of it. And so I did that one song and like felt like, you know, it was my first time on stage. I remember being really shaky and kind of nervous and stuff. But then I was like, after it got done, I was just hungry. Like, I want to do something. I want to do more. I want to do more. And
Instantly.
like, I was working on Whitney Houston for that multicultural show and like performed Whitney Houston by the second time around. Like I was going in. I was doing Sam Smith. I was doing, you know, I just remember just being so like a little emotional. I was such a like awkward high schooler. Like I was wearing DCs. I don't know what I was doing. It was like DC, these ugly purple and green DCs too. They were bad. I wanted to be like so like all and so different and everything, but really felt very like alone, very like singled out, very not understood. And then being on that stage, the CP has a great auditorium. Their Tucker's huge. And just being up under that like real, you know, performing stage with the lights and everything. Our stage had like the big high platform and the pit, you know, all that stuff. And just like seeing all of that and being on that stage, I felt so comfortable. Like I felt like if I don't fit in anywhere else, I fit in right here. It was just very intense.
Oh my God.
And going through Flowetry and eventually running it as a senior, the situation was like, the seniors get like the final say. I didn't talk a lot about Mr. Cobb, and I'll come back to him. But the seniors run it, and it's kind of just whatever the project is. Each senior class is going to kind of tackle it differently. Okay. And I was in charge of it. And one big thing that I had was, and like Mr. Cobb had given me full permission, because that was, you want to talk about somebody who believed in me. That man believed in me down. Like every time he got the chance, he was just, you're gonna be a superstar, you're gonna be a singer, you're gonna do all this cool stuff. And I didn't have any self-esteem or confidence at all. So I was like, okay, but he was dead serious. And so with Flowetry, like he's like, you have the range, you can do whatever you want. And one of the things that was really important to me was, you know, it seemed like the culture going into it was very much like, we want the best of the best. We want like, you know, the best acts on the school and everything. And I was like, this is high school. This is not America's Got Talent. This
Right,
is not.
fame.
This is not.
Right.
Nothing's at stake. We're in high school. Why not give these? Give people who are talent. Like, it might not be that they're a bad singer, but they have stage fright. Like, why can't we bring? Obviously you want the best of the best, but let's even it out and give people who would not have been given the opportunity before to perform. And when I introduced that idea, the other students at the time just really did not like that at all, and they everybody quit.
What?
Except for me. And then my best friend that we were talking about earlier, that's how we met, is that we were kind of friends already, and he was also part of Poetry, and he stayed. And we did the show together, just us two of us. And we've been best friends ever since. And so, I mean, I'm talking about setting audition times, actually auditioning, judging people, picking the set list. Then you have to run rehearsals. You have to book out the student org group.
Stuff, right?
You have to do all that. Then I'm also coaching, being a vocal coach, I guess, helping people get their performances together, helping my singers, lights. We have the slideshow thing. So it's just lights and sound and everything. It was craziness. I put so much work into that show, but went did that show fully feeling like this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Follow the call,
Feeling it on such a deep, childlike excitement level. This is what I'm supposed to do. And it set the stage for all of this. So I was talking about Mr. Cobb, talking about BTS. There's a lot of other parts of the story that all come together. But eventually I was going to college, and I originally wanted to go to school for music because I played violin from middle school through high school.
Okay, yeah, we skipped over that.
Yes, I forgot to say I do play the violin. But I didn't think I was good enough to audition for college and play in college. I probably was good enough, but just didn't think I was. So ended up switching over to mass comm at SCSU, which their school's known for that. So I was like, well, that's entertainment adjacent. That's fine. And then tried to, switch to professional communications at some point. Tried to switch to, I was in psych, and really hit a point in, I want to say it was 2022, where just mental collapse, and there's so many pieces of the story too. It is a crazy story, but I dropped out of school. I went on leave from my job. I was just literally rotting in my apartment for 2.5 months, and I walked out of it I need to make music. That's just it.
Reborn.
If I'm gonna do this life thing, if I'm gonna stick around for this, I have to create. I have to. And so from there...
Sorry to interrupt you. We are sitting down with Soul here on Dog, so we're going to take a break.
No problem.
Please follow her on Instagram at It's Just Soul __. That's ITSJUSTSOL __.
And follow us, DogStar Podcast. We'll be right back.
Bow wow.
Bow wow. Bow wow.
Welcome back to DogStar.
We're sitting down with Soul, learning about your early career. Are we at the point yet where you're going by Soul? Just all your name?
I wasn't ever publicly anything. I was just Sequoia. I was in high school, I was running all these shows, and that's why part of why college was so hard for me, was because I, had built this poetry, and everybody in the school knew who I was, even if I didn't know who they. So I was the unpopular kid, but everybody knew, who I was. And to go from that to underdog again, and then obviously, SCSU did put on cultural events and stuff like that I performed at, but just not on that same level as the, I felt very, very lost, very aimless. So I was just Sequoia when I was showing up. But yeah, 2022 is when I dropped out of school. Decided I needed to make music, and I have since looked back and found some little bits and pieces of songs written in 2020. I think from when I moved out of college, I can look and find stuff in my Google Drive. But that was when I was, 2022. I said I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna write music with the intention of releasing. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make music. That's part of my purpose as a human being. And if I want to, get through the daily stresses of having to worry about these bills and worry about this and deal with these people, if I have to really like handle all this stimuli, I need to also be singing and making music for myself first and foremost.
Right.
And so went on the journey from that point of writing. I was still living in St. Cloud at the time when I started this, so I really wanted to hone my songwriting. Like I wanted to find a way to differentiate myself from what I feel like culturally was kind of, especially with COVID and like people like getting famous off TikTok for doing nothing during COVID and stuff like that. I felt like I do not want to be somebody who's here today and gone tomorrow. Like I want people to like me because I'm good at what I do and because I write good. Like I want to be known as a good songwriter above anything. I know I can sing. That's not a lot of people can sing, but like songwriting is so unique and nobody else can produce what you can produce. So I really spent time like honing that and did not leave St. Cloud until 2023. The timeline, I really should have like researched myself because it's all a blur and just.
I mean, a tumultuous time.
It was a lot going on. It was so much going on, and all of that stuff is like encapsulated. So when I listen to these songs and like go back to my Odomos, it's really crazy to be like, oh my gosh, like I was writing that when I was doing all this.
Well, like time capsule.
Yeah, for sure. But that was the goal for me from the beginning. Was I want to write songs that are a snapshot, a picture of a moment. It doesn't have to be this fully fleshed out idea. It doesn't have to be definitive. It doesn't have to be
story.
Yeah, it's just I want to write a song about how I feel in this moment about X, Y, and Z. Like, and I want to be able to look back on my life through my music and see how I've grown and see how I've changed. And I know that if I can see that, then anybody else who wants to participate in my music can also see that. Yeah, so I was doing a little bit of I should also say, like, nobody heard these songs. Like, it was me and a couple of my friends and like my mom sometimes, but like nobody, like this stuff that like Euphoria was written 2022. It's written years ago.
What?
Euphorion is actually, I think, when I decided I was going to write an EP, I was going to write music, I think Euphorion was like the third song that I wrote.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was Mango and Purity, and then that one.
Out of just polishing your own craft or nervousness or still trying to find your path in it, or what was the delay?
The delay was that I do not know how to play a guitar or a piano. So I could not write the songs that I wanted from scratch. Like I have melodies in my brain, but and just with how my brain works and how it processes stuff, like even when I played the violin, I wasn't reading sheet music, like hardly ever. I was by ear. Yeah. I would literally like watch the page one time they play it, watch people around me one time when I play it. So I kind of get the idea that this melody happens around this part in the music and would just like hop on and play. My high school orchestra teacher like called me out like, do you know how to read sheet music? And I'm like, no. So he taught me. But the way that like my brain tries, like trying to learn like already kind of preset language is when I'm such a like instinctive person, it's sometimes hard for me to like figure those things out. So the songs that I have, majority of them, all of them actually that have been written that are like, songs to this day are YouTube beats. And so that's all that I had. So I was like, well, I can't write the music now, but I can hone the songwriting part first and have this set and then kind of build on things as I go. So that was like my plan. And so I would just comb through the YouTube beats and if I picked a YouTube beat, I listened to like 100. Like I was very, very picky. Oh my gosh, okay. I, was listening for a very particular vibe, and then as soon as I was able to catch that vibe, the song was out in 15, 30 minutes.
Whoa.
So the lyrics, everything could be done at that time. So I started out as Solera. I want to say Solera came around in 2023 sometime. Okay. I don't even remember.
It's all good.
I do not remember. I did one showcase at Sociable under the name Solera, and I don't even remember quite why I changed it to Soul. But I did not want to use my name Sequoia because I felt like, honestly, it's too unique, and I did not want I didn't want like strangers calling like my name all the time. So I was like, I want a different entity, but I also like that my name is so unique, and so I want to like maybe play with something that sounds similar but not quite the same. And so Sequoia and then Solera was the idea that I came up with. But then I was just trying to, and it was spelled Soleraa. And then eventually you just got, I think around the time the band started or something like that. I don't know if I went into the band knowing that it was SOL. Yeah, I should have researched myself for this. Look through your notes.
Well, so we've got Mango, which you mentioned. It might have been off camera. That was for a songwriting contest. You wrote that?
Yeah, well, Mango was written for the EP. Mango was the first song that I wrote when I said I wanted to write music.
Okay,
so
wow.
Mango was done and just sitting, and when they
Ready to go.
and when they said,
Locked and
original song contest, I like literally showed up played the YouTube beat, sang over it.
Killed
Yeah.
it.
One.
And yeah, so you can find that video on her YouTube. It's at soul MUZIK music.
The old handle. There's a story about that one too. This whole music.
What's the story? We're here for story time.
When I switched over to SOL,
Oh yeah.
everybody kept calling me Soul Music because that was my handle, but that wasn't my name. It was just
Right.
Soul, and I kept in there like I remember I did a show. I don't know, I'm not calling them out like that, but I was starting to do little things here and there, and I had to keep telling people like, don't, it's not Soul Music.
Introducing soul music.
And that's why my hashtag, my tag now is it's just Soul, because
I love that.
Perfect.
I was getting a lot of, and I thought the Soul Music was such a creative little handle.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
liked it, but I did not like people thinking that was my name. So
Right.
I
Confusing
changed
them
it.
more.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well,
But yeah,
it's
there's
just
a
so
video
simple.
of you performing that song live on YouTube, and actually all of your music on YouTube is live. And it sounds super good, so it's awesome. You're so good at performing.
I wanted to ask
What-
what goes into rehearsing. Is it innately in you, or is it a stringent rehearsal schedule, especially with these band members?
The story has gotten so messed up. I will come back and do a
I
part
was going
two.
to say,
so
yeah.
I can clean this up.
Feel free to clarify what
I
we
can
have
give y'all
talked
sequential.
about. Yeah.
But the band was formed last year. I had quit music, and then I came back.
Whoa.
And then I became with the band. But I was trying. Ooh, it's a long story. Anyway, I have a band. We're like a decent sized band. We're a big band. We're like 1, 2, 3. Some of us play with just us, and then a couple of our members are in like multiple things.
Okay, cool.
We have a lot of multi instrumentalists. We have people who play bass and guitar and keys. We have a lot of that. We play ridiculously well together. It is sick how easy we
Magic.
can lock into something, and we listen so well to each other. And like these people, they have that soulful quality that I think that I have, but plus the technical skill that I don't have. We just do rehearsal back in our early days when we were kind of having a little bit more fun and just messing around with stuff. We would just jam, and like I have recordings of our jams just off the rip. So for the most part, I come to them. I have booked the gig. I've picked the set list. I've probably made the flyer for whatever show we're doing, because I like to theme my sets if they're more than 45 minutes. And I come up with the covers and pick a couple covers, do some originals, and we just run it. Like for context, we met. Our first show was in August. We had 2 weeks of rehearsal. I want to say it was maybe rehearsed like 3 or 4 times.
Ooh.
And then
my
put on a
gosh.
show, and it was great. It's ridiculous. It's really crazy how much it comes together. And not a lot of us knew each other beforehand. I knew my bassist over here, and I knew her years back, and I knew my keys player, but I didn't know. And I knew Timmy, and I knew Mitch from Sociable. Sociable Cider Works is where I started doing. I was going there to start doing. When I moved down to my mom's house from St. Cloud, that's where I was going to just do my, do a little,
thing.
sing a little song. I've done my showcases and everything. I was going from there. So I met Mitch and Timmy. They both were just going to Social too. So I said, I needed a band. I was like, hey, you guys want to come and play with us? I found the other two, Aaron and Kellen, on the internet. And Theron, my bassist, I already knew her. So we don't have we all have different styles. We all have different genres. Many of us write our own music, independently. Right. I think 3 or 4 out of our members actually sit and write their own, songs, lyrics, and all, that type of thing.
Holy moly.
So we all are very, very, very different. But
that doesn't clash ever, or it melds well.
If you are, a musician's musician, you know what I mean? Not just I'm like music because I think it's cool, but you're into somebody doing a little note makes you feel something. Right. Our band is the band for you. We have moments like that all the time. It's just too much talent. Honestly, it's too much. So rehearsing is the easiest part, honestly, of doing everything. I could clock them, but I'm not going to do y'all like that. Rehearsing is the easiest part of the process. It's the finding gigs and making flyers and putting ourselves out there and EPK and all that. That's the stuff that to me is hard. But rehearsing is my fun time, my break time. I was joking with them a lot because I was up in St. Cloud and then moved back home with my mom. I was not getting and I'm out in, I was back there in Champlain. So I wasn't super close to the cities or was out here all the time. So I was really much at work or at home. Coming to the band was my social interaction for the week with people in my age group. But it's fun. We have a great time. We have an amazing time. I love playing with them. I will scream it on the rooftops, soul in the resonance. It's I give all the credit to them for how the sound that we can create. It's innate in all of them. And then when we just link up, we listen and that one's doing something interesting. Let me do something like this, or it's just so good. It's just synergized. It's one of my favorite parts of being an artist, being a musician, is being able to play with them. And I feel as a artist and a musician that does not play a lot of my own instruments, I sometimes feel I wish I could contribute more to the group, but I'm happy that they're able to take my singing and do what they do with it, because I don't know how to do that.
I mean, you're definitely
so
contributing
wholesome
to the group, and it sounded like earlier you're still driven to learn instruments, guitar, piano.
I have been working on them. I have been at the last couple of gigs we've done. I started playing tambourine at the end of the year, and so now tambourine is a regular part of my. I usually bring Trudy out for a show or two, or for a song or two. I have a kind of a cool technique where I play her sitting in my lap and tap her like this.
Okay.
So tambourine, and then I started playing uke this year, and I found out that you can. Sorry. Uke can fret. You can put a capo on the 5th fret and it shifts the tuning down to a uke. So I can play ukulele, but on the guitar, you just don't play the top 2 strings. So our last show that we did at Sociable in June, I played guitar for the first time, actually performing on stage. So it was really cool. I do think I'm a pretty quick learner, so hopefully it won't take. I'm ready to. I grew up listening to gospel. I grew up listening to them being on them drums and them guitars and them keys. I want to be able to do that. So I'm not quite satisfied yet. But give me next summer. Next summer I'll be doing solos and all that, I think. For sure.
Definitely. When we have you back on the show, we'll have you play.
Okay, I'll show y'all what I've been working on. Yes.
And then the next songs on YouTube were all dropped in February of 2025. Yes. Mm-hmm. 3 of them were dropped on the same day. Euphorion, Ashes, both played at Exodus. Was that the name of a show or the name of a venue?
Yes, the theme shows that I do. Yes. So I just theme my sets. So Exodus was the first one we did this year.
Sick.
It was really fun.
And then, the next one was, you were playing, the next one is the Tiny Desk contest. Mm-hmm. You guys got Ashes in for that as well. Mm-hmm. Super good job. Yes, great job. Everybody did a good job on that.
Thank you. The time crunch on that video was crazy. If y'all had seen how much, for that bridge that's on Ashes is not, we added that at a rehearsal like 3 days before we recorded that. Like,
And-
Kellen wrote it and then we played it. Like, it was crazy.
We've only got like a minute before the break, and I just want to ask somebody who might know, what is a bridge? I hear bridge all the time. I don't know what a bridge is.
A bridge, a hook. I don't know how to describe it, but it's the part of the song that takes it to the next level. Like, it's just the part that, like, chorus and verse get boring if you just, like, if every song was written chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse. Like, I mean, hooks can have, like, a key change or, like, you know, you can, it's just something that, a couple, usually a little short, a little line, a little bar, a couple things right there is, I love bridges. I'm obsessed with hooks, but do I actually know what they are, like definition wise? No. But I know I know a good one when I hear it though. And Ashes is a great bridge. Actually, Ashes is the first song of my songs to actually have a bridge.
Oh, wow.
Because I use YouTube beats, and a lot of YouTube beats don't have bridges in their music. They usually just do that chorus and verse combo. So bridges are something I'm gonna be working on too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ever evolving the
Yeah.
artistry. I love it.
Yes.
We're sitting down with Soul here on DogStar.
And is it underscore, or is the underscores at the end for your Instagram?
It's just soul __.
Got you.
Yes,
Yeah, I
we had
just
right
wrote it
there.
down wrong.
Yes.
Follow her on Instagram at
Yes.
It's Just Soul __. Follow Dogstar Podcast on Instagram at Dogstar Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you're following her on IG.
And if you're searching for the music, it's easiest to search for Soul and with the ampersand, The Resonance.
That's the band we've been talking about. If you haven't been paying attention,
We'll be right back. Bow wow.
bow wow.
Bow wow.
Welcome back to Dogstar.
We're sitting down with Soul of Soul and The Resonance, learning about the getting together with the band, writing your first few songs, your first few gigs. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun learning with you. This last segment is short because you brought 2 tracks for us to listen to at the end of the interview, Euphorion and A Lover's Anthem. Were these 2 songs that you were talking about were written kind of around the same period of time? As far as like...
Euphorion was written in January. Lover's Anthem was written in February. So they would not be considered
sister
sisters.
tracks.
No, but I was saying that Mango and A Lover's Anthem are about the same person. Yeah.
Juicy.
I'll give you a little diaspora with that one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely the... I mean, I don't know how all relationships go, but it's...
Why these 2 tracks? Did you have some say in which tracks were sent over, or was it all your representatives kind of making that decision, or is it your final call? And why those 2?
I had to have the leases.
very nice.
I don't have the leases for... I have leases for like some of my core. Euphoria. I have
that's right,
Euphorians.
that's
I have
right.
Mangoes. I have A Lover's Anthem. I have a couple other OGs, but I had to pick. I would have probably picked different songs if I could have used them. So, but also, Euphoria and Lover's Anthem are both great songs, and we perform both of them often. So I thought out of all the songs that have like been given, you know, a lot of spotlight, like Mango, obviously, and people really like Lightning. People like Lover's Anthem. It's like these 2 are fine. We're at that point where these 2 can lead the way a little bit.
And you've said you've performed and, you know, are perfecting or perhaps have perfected of A Lover's Anthem. That's not released the day, at least as of the day we're recording this.
No, but before the end of the year, question mark?
But people will still be able to catch y'all performing it live.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. And I'm a very big fan of like my, you know, studio recordings, and my live shows are not quite the same. So you got to hear it, but you also got to come see us live because there might be stuff that I put in the live show that are not on the track. So you got to come see us. You got to come see us.
You heard it.
We've got a note here that says you've got a show at White Squirrel in St. Paul, September 12th. So make sure you guys go check that out. And there's also a rumor that Mango Jam 2 is happening sometime after that this year.
Yes.
So that is very exciting.
Yes, Mango Jam was the release party for Mango last year. That's why we ended up calling it Mango Jam. And it was really fun. We had a very, very long set, and it was very, very crazy. I think that was our second thing the band did together, I think.
How long a set are we talking?
There were 17 songs.
Whoa.
Wow.
I think we sang for like an hour. I was also a little lit about it. It was a great time. We had us a great time.
Celebration. Was that a sociable as well? Where was that?
Which one? I'm sorry.
Mango Jam.
Was that at White Squirrel?
No, we did that at somebody's house. It was like a little house show. Yeah, that we did everything I be putting on. They're like, love that you think that I would have representatives, but there's no representatives, honey. It's just me. I'm the one running everything.
You're wearing those
yes,
multiple hats.
all of them. I have the hats. I am the hat.
I am the hat.
Do you think that'll continue into the future? Or do you hope to find help with some of the roles?
I want somebody, I want a label, I want a deal that gives me money and marketing, and I can do the rest. That's how I feel.
There you go.
But
Putting
of course,
it out
a
into
team.
the universe.
I want a team. Like, I want to bring people and their expertise and collaborate with other artists and, give everybody a spot at the table. Like, I want that. But I am a big fan of having one person that the person who should be calling the shots is me, because it's my music. So that's how I feel.
The mastermind behind it all. Yeah, why wouldn't you have final say? And I think that's very realistic and, again, extremely admirable that an artist like yourself has that, foresight versus just taking it day by day. It sounds like you got into music for a reason, and you're still going strong.
Yeah, I've been plotting. I have always believed that I am supposed to sing. If you would ask me what I wanted to be when I was a little kid, before people's opinions got in the way, I would have said a singer. And I kind of convinced myself, well, you can't be a singer, but I could be, kind of a singer. But no, I'm a singer. I'm an artist. I'm a musician. It's what I do. And nobody can tell me how to do music better than me. I can be taught and can learn and grow and be educated, but at the end of the day, I'm the one who's actually singing it. I'm the one whose vocal cords are shaping around the sound. Like, I'm the one who's producing it out of my body. So it's mine. It's me. It's part of myself.
That's awesome. What can you tell us? I mean, we talked about it a little, but Euphorion, what kind of day would someone be having when they pop this on to listen to, or what kind of vibe does it create within the venue when you play?
Enhance the mood or change the mood?
It definitely, I remember for Exodus, and I was joking, I'm going to do this every single time, and I probably still will, but I put shades on, it's time. It was very much I remember I was just talking about this in the car on the way here, but I didn't feel as swaggy as Euphorion is. I didn't feel like that. I didn't feel like I was, had gold ingots and all. I still don't have any gold ingots. I don't have any girls. It's really a projection of the person I wanted to see in myself in the future. Yeah. I was in just such a desolate, that 2019 to 2023 pipeline, I had definitely a rough start, transitioning into adulthood. A lot of people, I know it's hard for everybody, and I think for our generation, COVID hit my second semester of college. It was bad. It was done for. And so one of the things about Euphorion that I really, really love is that it's very, very swagged out, but it's also very honest. It's very I'm the loneliest of the outsiders. I don't even try because I'm tired. It's just being honest and owning it, but also being just because I'm having this this sadness does not make me not cool. I can still be cool and be sad girl. I really wanted to write something that just is almost like a mission statement. It's almost like a declaration a little bit, just about really more for Sequoia than Soul, of that I can be confident, that I can really kind of stay on my ground. I feel the song all starts about I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want anybody. I'm chilling. I'm by myself. I don't need anybody to complete me, and I can find all this stuff within myself, and I can do that by honoring all the different parts of myself. That was Euphorion. So I love this song. It's that beat. When I first heard that beat, to this day, woo, Yajic, you put your foot in that. you put your foot in that real bad. It is so good. I love that bass line. Like, it's just so good. So I was like, you know, I'm a gospel girl, and then like, you know, leaned into pop for a little, you know, so I'm good with the melody and stuff, but it was out of, even now, Euphorion is very different than a lot of my other songs. It's very unique. She's very specific to a very specific vibe that I want. And I personally don't feel as if I performed Euphorion the way that I want to yet, to perfection.
Okay.
But you'll know. You'll feel it. We'll talk about it when we come back. I'm sure it'll have
Maybe
happened at that
September
point.
12th. Yeah, exactly. And then we've got about a minute. Tell us, or like, lead us into a lover's anthem. How would you guide somebody into listening to that song?
A lover's anthem is for the lovers, not the person that you love. It is for the girls that love. It is really about, yeah, you might like him, but he's giving you a headache, child. He's putting you through it like that. You know, that was also like taking power back in a big way, especially after Mango too. Like Mango is so sweet and so sugary and so like I feel like, and I actually to this day I have not written a song about a person like that since then. Like I don't want that connotation there, so I have to get my lick back basically through the music. So. Lover's anthem. It's for the angsty girls, for the heartbroken girls. It's for you to put, you know, as you do your makeup on the board, it make you feel good about yourself and not feel alone. That's what a lover's anthem is.
Well, thank you for joining us here on DogStar. Please follow Soul on Instagram at it's just Soul __. Follow us at DogStar Podcast.
Yeah, thanks for connecting the dots, helping us
Seriously.
learn more about you. And yeah, we'll be following your career closely and hope to have you back in the future.
Yes, I will be back. Mark it today.
Wow, wow.
different language. So I have my conversations with the sun. I'm a rubber moon child, baby. I think I was born a little faded. I think I'll die before I really make it. That's why I am just I can't tame it. The loneliest of the outsiders. I don't even try cause I'm tired. The captain goes down with the ship, but even when I'm sinking I don't trip. A galaxy is living in my mind. That's why I feel I'm on borrowed time. Would you maybe hold me for the night? In the morning I'll be gone, don't cry. Got cold ink in my teeth, sucking on me, you release. Got my dogs walking on a leash. I can do things you never seen. Been through the fire, I'm a warrior. Been born a leader, you a far away. Have you even seen me? I'm glorious. So I can tragedy, call me euphoria. I won't say a word. I've run out of breath. Wasting my love on you. Now my heart's a fucking mess. In this valley with these shadows, I've suffered for my survival. I put my feelings in a tomb, yeah. What can I say? I have to make room. I don't have anywhere to call home. I'm so used to being on my own, yeah. Oh yeah. I was chosen, struck by lightning. The way it changed me is kind of frightening. I'll tell you now so you can say you did. different, but I can't tell it's an act. Ain't no way I'm giving my heart away for that. I don't give a fuck, enough is enough. Now I call your bluff, I ain't my last cry. So I'm way too tough, still I feel too much. Susceptible to touch, thank God I don't blush. You know I need the rush, now you switching up. I really needed love, got me losing touch. I still give a fuck, enough is enough. You make me hate love, you make me hate. Da 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 da. I can't make you love me, I can't make you love me, so why do I try? Da 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 da. I can't make you love me, I can't make you love me. Praying for recovery, doping you some to me. Haven't made enough G's, studying the OGs. Hear what mama told me, scared of being lonely. Tired of being a phony, and samurai exposed me. All hands on the flight deck, screaming at the blue check. Wanna share it with you, but you don't deserve a piece yet. There's no pressing rewind.